Well, hello everybody, it's John here again, and we're now heading into one of my favorite months of the year, October. So it's time to take a look at some frightening things. I was wandering around my local Target, and all of a sudden I seen sitting on the shelf the Ultimate It, the Tim Curry version. As you can see, it says It, the movie. Got him with his little monstrous hands hanging over the edge. Pretty nice looking box with a little bit of white, and then the clown himself. It, the movie. 7 friends engage in a struggle with a demon they first encountered 30 years earlier in their main hometown. So you get some product shots here of the random faces that you can put on Pennywise. Includes a noise maker, paper boat, 4 interchangeable heads, 7 interchangeable hands, and 7 balloons. And then when you open up the little flap here, you'll get a nice shot of what you can do with this figure. And then everything that's inside here on the right. The heads look fantastic. Pretty cool looking figure. See the hands, see the balloons are tucked in behind him. The face sculpts are really good. Wow. They're pretty creepy. Remember watching this when it originally aired on television a long time ago, and it was pretty spooky. I wasn't really terrified by this version of it, unlike the newer version, which I think is a little bit darker take on it, but Curry's version is still pretty good. So give me a second here and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so here we have out of our package, or out of their package, the Pennywise the Clown. And I'm noticing right off the bat that he's got some issues. Hopefully it's just mine. I did like that they added in the background that they have in their promotional shot that you can have him stand in. Let's do that thing where we take a close-up look. So there you got a kind of mean mug on this Pennywise. Very good likeness to Tim Curry's version, like the little red nose. He's got his little clown collar, his short little jacket that he wears with some really nice detailing, some like little plants, his striped sleeves, little red ruffled adornments. And he's got his yellow jumpsuit on, which has some nice highlights in it. So overall, he's a pretty good looking figure. He's got the nice little ruffles at the bottom of his shoes. The only problem is, man, everything on him is super stiff, except for one thing that I'm not sure if it's supposed to come off. And it feels like his neck peg is not big enough. And that was just from a quick grab, or just taking him out of the package. So I'll show you what I mean. Like, his head immediately bops off, and you can see that there is the peg, and it's inset, and this piece comes off. It's probably meant to, but it has left some paint and rub on here. But with that on, the neck has to go pretty far down to fit on that peg, and it just doesn't want to sit right. Without it, it goes on pretty well. But with this on, gives it a bit of a, or it gives it something to hit with his chin, which keeps his head from going on all the way, and it just pops off with just the slightest movement of it. So you don't really get any movement in his head other than side to side without it popping off. And no matter how much pressure I put on it with the collar on, it just won't sit any farther. I don't know if you can see, but that's all the leeway I get. No matter which direction I put it on, it's just that little teeny bit. But if he's just kind of standing there, it works. He does have some ball jointed shoulders that go up and around and are on hinge. Swivel at the elbow and a swivel kind of at the forearm. He's got swivel at his wrist. Now the problem I was having is that all of these hinges here are completely solid and are going to need to be warmed up a whole lot. Neither one of them will budge on either arm. Not even the slightest give to them. No matter what I do, they're not going to go. This one kind of moves a little bit. But he's also got hinges at his wrists that they work pretty well. He's got the diaphragm joint here, so he can move side a little bit, and not really any up or down. And then just his hips after that. Then go out to here. He's got, this is kind of bulky little rubber piece. And it doesn't really hinder his movement too much with his legs. Can't tell if there's yet. There looks like there's. You can swivel a little bit at the hip. Let's see if he bends at the knee. Well, at least his knee's bent. Not a whole lot, but enough. And then I think he's just got a little bit of swivel or rotation here at his ankle, and that is all it does really. I think it's on a little teeny tiny ball joint, so it helps him stand. Like, he looks really good, but at the moment I'm not gonna get any posability out of the guy. It's hard to put pressure on him without putting it on the hand. And you don't want to snap the hand off, so I think he's going to need to get either a dryer or a hot water treatment, hopefully to loosen him up a little bit. And then he does have his other heads, so we've got the kind of happy, smiling, laughing head. Great detail on his mouth. You can see his tongue and all of his teeth. Little squinty happy eyes. The heads are really great. Then we have a kind of more I'm gonna eat you face. His nose upturned and his eyes kind of going to the side, and you can see his sharper teeth in his mouth. So they put a lot of time into sculpting this guy, but it doesn't feel like they put a whole lot of time into articulating him. Then you have his damaged face after he gets hit with the battery acid, which is a pretty freaky looking little thing. It exposes a little bit of the reality of what's underneath. I really like the grumpy head and the smiling head. I think these two are probably my favorite. I don't know which one I'm going to probably display him with. But then he also comes with some extra sets of hands. So you got his more monstrous hands here. And then you got two balloon holding hands, which are the exact same hand. Probably one holds the noisemaker. And then you have the pointing finger. And the noisemaker, which is pretty basic in design. And a real paper boat, which is kind of cool. It looks like it almost has some newsprint on it. Just kind of representing what it is made out of. So I think I'm going to switch out. Let's see how hard this is. Let's put his pointing hand on. At least that's pretty easy. And then take this hand out. And let's go with his balloon holding hand. Not too bad. So to finish him off, well, let's pull off this head and go with his smiling happy head. Maybe. It's not easy to put enough pressure on. It's kind of frustrating. Yeah, it just keeps... that ball joint in his neck just doesn't even go all the way on. Okay, so it does take a little bit more pressure to get it on there, so it might go on a little bit tighter. Alright, I'm gonna pick him up off the screen for a second. Sorry guys. See if I can put some really good pressure on it. It's almost impossible with that collar. Yeah, it won't seat all the way with this little collar on. But he looks weird without it, so... And now if we could just get this arm to bend slightly. No? I'm just gonna say no. Not even a little? Okay. We'll just leave you like that, because, you know, sometimes NECA stuff does that. It looks like some of this paint is wearing off on his face already from me just touching it. But then he comes with a whole load of these balloons. So I don't know what would be the best way to do this. It looks like they probably got to wrap them around. And they're definitely probably going to throw his balance off. And then they're on these bendy wires. I'm going to see if I can get them all at least the same length. Yellow one. Okay, they're filling his hand, which is going to make him grip them a little bit better. So that's good. Two more. Let's go with blue. There we go. And one more yellow. Fit it in here. Okay. Balloons are in his grip. The problem is you want them to kind of go up. And then maybe he can use... Whoa. Use them to wrap the back of his arm. Just so they can kind of stay in place. It's a little hard to do. Let's go back here a little bit. Oh, man. Maybe gonna wrap them up over the wrist. Just to see. Can get them to stay all in. Of course, that looks pretty silly. I don't think the grips on the hands are really any different. Well, this one looks maybe angled up a little bit more, so maybe that hand can be swapped out for this hand, and maybe it'll hold a little bit better. I'm going to straighten all these back out again. I mean, the balloons are a cool touch. And now he doesn't want to stand up no more, so you can just take a nap there, Pennywise. Get all these back together. Let's see, maybe we can slide them all into his hand at once. Almost in there. Nope. Almost just want to not care. But I want him holding these when I have him standing up on the shelf, so let's see if we can do this. It's kind of tedious. And white balloon. I did pick the It movie up again on Blu-ray. I don't think I've watched it in a long time, the original one. So I'm probably going to have to watch it sometime this month. Been picking up a lot of Hammer films lately to add to my collection. Almost got all the Christopher Lee Dracula movies now on Blu-ray, and I picked up the Hammer Blu-ray set that has the more obscure vampire movies that they did on it. So that should be fun watching. And I grabbed the Psycho Blu-ray box set. So I've got a lot of movies to watch this October. Yeah, this hand I think fits a little bit better. One more to go. So the hand with the upturned wrist fits the balloons a lot better than the other hand. And when you get them all in there, you can just about hold them, but they don't want to stay. Yeah, so maybe you can use one to kind of tie them all around. Maybe they'll stay as more of a set. Now, without being able to bend his elbow. Oh, damn. Oh, there it goes. Yay. It's a lot harder to get them to stay upright. We did all of that. What a pain. It's a pain in the butt. Let's see if we can just get these all back into his hand again. One more time. Press his fingers. Come on. Around his thumb. Now his wrist is loose. There's a lot of weight there. Angle the balloons back. Maybe we can tilt the stems out to the side. And they're kind of in his hand. Can I let go? Oh, there we go. That only took way too long, but he is holding them. I don't know how long you'll hold them, or if they'll stay like that on the shelf, but I think that's the pose that I'm probably going to keep him in for a little bit. Yeah, it's probably the lights, the heat from these lights are really hot, so they may have softened the plastic up a little bit while they're under them, and I was messing with it to get that elbow to bend. But there you have Pennywise from NECA Toys. He looks pretty good. His posability is a little weak. The balloons, once you get them to work, look pretty cool. I wonder if I can trim these off. But, yeah, he's pretty cool. It's a really nice likenesses on the Tim Curry heads. I don't know what more they could do to help articulate his body anymore, but there you have it, folks. So if you've enjoyed this video, thumbs up, like, subscribe. And like I said, thank you all that have done that already. I am close to that 500 mark, which is exciting. And tune in again for more frightful delights. Hi, I just want to say thank you one more time for checking out this video, and if you're interested in seeing any more, you can click either one of the links that'll be over here, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there'll be a button down below where you can do that as well. And again, thank you.